folks. We are here yet again for a special episode of the Drive-In. As always, it's me, XFL Jim, joined by the one, the only. It is Christian. What's up, dude?
Hello, hello. Happy to be back. Lots of trailers that have been released recently that people are talking about. We need to feed the fans, and we're here today to watch some the recent trailers. We have Barbenheimer, we have the double feature,
Yep.
as well as Timothy Chalamet's Willy Wonka, Napoleon with Joaquin Phoenix, and then the Bob Marley movie, which I only know Michael Gandolfini's in that. I don't know any other actor in that.
I don't know any other actor in that as well. I know that his two sons are like producers on it though.
Okay,
So that's a very interesting one to me.
yeah, man.
Let's fucking go. Starting with Oppenheimer, obviously.
Did you see my TikTok about the problem I ran into?
No, what was it?
Oh my god, I this can be cut, but basically what happened was, and I'll just fucking I'll send it to you. But basically, someone potentially bought one seat in a three open portion seating arrangement, which would have effectively split my girlfriend and I up on next
Oh, they
Saturday.
bought like the middle seat.
Yeah, and I thought like so. Wait do you see some of the idiots in the comments that try justifying this? They're like, well, people do that so they don't have people on either side. I'm like, are you that dense that you think you are going to have zero people on either side of you? Basically, the premiere of Oppenheimer, like a Nolan film. Like, if you want to do that a week later, 2 weeks later, but like,
If you
if
want to do
you
that like on a Tuesday afternoon,
yeah, there's no way that you actually, in your heart of hearts, believe that you can get zero people on either side of you for Oppenheimer the day after it released. That's totally bogus. And then what was the other one they said? Either way, it was insane. So basically I got tickets to the Sunday viewing, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to go Saturday, but yeah, it's like getting a middle seat in a fucking on a plane on a packed flight and then
yeah,
me showing up and being like, "Hey, like do you mind if I sit next to my kid? Like, can I? Are you gonna split my kid and I up? Like, why the fuck would you sit there?" So I don't know. There's plenty of options. Maybe it was against his will that he did it. I think it was just I don't know him being a dick and thinking that no one would sit on either side of him, and then getting absolutely fucked. 'Cause it's the fucking debut. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be full.
yeah, I'll send that to you. That pissed me off beyond belief. And the people in the comments justifying his decision, being like, "You're the one that waited to the last minute." I'm like, really? 9 days before the fucking movie, like I can't get a seat on a Saturday, like the day after. Like, get the fuck out of here. So,
Ah,
anyways,
fuck off with
I'm
that.
yeah, I was pissed, but I'm back. We're back. Do you think this is gonna be like his epic? Like, is this gonna be his masterpiece?
We're in a race against the Nazis,
I think it's gonna be really good.
and I know what it means.
But they make every
If the
film that he
Nazis
does
have
try
a
to feel
bomb,
like it's his best film ever.
But biopics have
I have a
that
12-month
added
head start.
power of like
18. How could you
maybe
possibly know
you
that?
know
Yeah.
there's supposedly like a 10-minute like apparently there's like an elongated sex scene between Cillian Murphy and I believe Florence Pugh. Um,
Hell yeah. Okay, this movie might be Christopher Nolan's
yeah, like we
masterpiece
might
then.
see Cillian Murphy's penis. Like we're gonna see Florence Pugh's boobs. I believe. Like that's pretty crazy.
Did you see the promotion that Christopher Nolan did where he's like, "We didn't use any CG."
Yeah, yeah. It's a
So
shame he's
recruiting
not
scientists
cooler. That like you can see Barbie, and he's just like I'm a fucking
build
asshole.
a town, build it fast.
Robert Downey Jr. said this is the best movie
There's
he's
a
ever
great
been in.
improv.
I don't. I'm
Really?
trying to think like what that means though. Like, okay, like the Iron Man movies were all right. I don't think he was really in that many. Like Tropic
Zodiac.
Thunder.
He was in
Still,
Zodiac.
what'd you
Yeah.
say?
Zodiac.
Oh shit, that's right. He was in Zodiac. But Zodiac's good. Yeah, Zodiac's good.
Was it?
I could see this. I could see this being better than Zodiac. You know, my old boss, um, when I was younger, he used to party with Robert Downey Jr. My old boss is a very openly gay man, and he would mention that like in Pittsburgh, he he would go to parties where Robert Downey Jr. would like only invite like 30 of like the gayest men possible and like just shove them in a hotel room, and it would just be like drugs galore. So he said that Robert Downey Jr. is gay. Now I believe Robert Downey Jr. is married with kids, but
He
but
could also just he could be a slut.
yeah, now that you know this info, like when I heard it, because I think I asked him, I was just like, do you think like who in Hollywood's gay? Because I don't have that kind of gaydar. I'm like, you know people, like you can see it. And he's like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. 100%. I was like, but when I heard that, I was like, it kind of adds up. It kind of
I
makes sense.
I could see it.
He might be bi, more power to him.
He could just be a huge slut too.
Yeah, he's great at fashion. He's got the pep in his step. I think Theo Vaughn said recently he's never seen a gay person yawn. It's like that's true. The gay
Oh
people,
yeah,
they're so riled up. They're pep in their step.
they
So
got that energy.
yeah, good for Robert Downey Jr. He dresses insane too, like 1,000 colors. Like
Oh yeah, his style is on
Supervisor, put
point.
this.
he also said Ronaldo's gay,
You
but
can't
I
do it
don't
in your
I don't
head.
know about that.
That's happening, isn't it?
You believe they
Well-
actually set off an atomic bomb for the movie?
Remember this day.
People are more concerned with the age gap between.
Our work here will ensure a peace.
What is the age gap?
Well, Oppenheimer fucked his co-ed or whatever.
That's fair.
You are the man who
Oh, he's
gave
just
them
banging?
power to
Oppenheimer was just
destroy
laying,
themselves.
like swinging dong around the
The world
facility.
is not prepared.
Oppenheimer, who has become death, destroyer of worlds. He fucked like his co-ed or something, or like some teacher played by Florence Pugh in real life. Like there was I think it was like 35-22 maybe or so. I don't know. That might be wrong.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
not
a-
like
Yeah. So basically, there's like this outcry on Twitter, and it's been made into a meme where it's like he also made the atomic bomb. Like, are we really gonna? We're canceling Oppenheimer for the age gap. It's like it's the same thing with the one viral tweet that was like the Napoleon thing, or it was like
Oh, yeah.
Napoleon was a tyrant, and people are like, who the fuck? No one's idolizing Napoleon. Like, anyways, I feel like I can make like a hot take for this movie. Like, I think this movie is going to be. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like great Nolan films like Memento, Inception, Dark Knight, Prestige, Interstellar. It's tough. I was gonna say it'll be better than Memento. I, I'm lower on Memento than most, but I do admire the style of it. I just think this is gonna live up to the hype. Like I have like really high hopes for this movie. And
I also have really high hopes for it. I'm looking forward to this movie. Maybe so far this year, it's one of the ones I'm looking forward to, like top two.
and I'm not really like a Nolan stan or anything. Like it's just one of those like I do happen to like a lot of his films. Like I we both really like The Prestige. That's my
Yes.
favorite.
I
But
will.
like
I'll also say this for like especially his like more modern movies, like probably since the 2008. His movies are meant to be seen in theaters.
right.
This isn't as like this might. I mean, it could be a big spectacle one, but this seems a little bit more. I don't know, humanized, like less showy, but you never know.
Yeah, that's what they said. It's less about, the bomb dropping and more about the man himself, and he was conflicted, misusing his influence, whatever Kendrick said. And so yeah, it's a 3-hour long movie. I think it's going to be fucking spectacular. I'm going into it with super high hopes. I think it can be. I don't know. I think it could probably be better than like an Inception or a Memento. I think it'd probably be really hard for it to be better than The Dark Knight or Interstellar. But Nolan's a great director. He's a fan favorite. You have to sort of watch his movies as he intends. I think you have to give him that much respect. Or you could just fucking get a torrent and watch it on your laptop. But
You can watch it on your phone if you want to.
yeah, but knowing what he wants, people get off on that. I'm not necessarily one of those people. I'm not necessarily like a film puritan, but I respect that he's like, go see it in IMAX, go see it in Dolby, whatever, see it in this particular. So I'm hyped for it. I definitely think it'll be better than Barbie, but that's just obvious. But hey, Ryan Gosling, man. I mean,
It'll be real interesting to go to like this film, and then if you do the the Barbenheimer, and you just go to Barbie right after for the palate cleanser.
you have to. I think even
You can't go Barbie first.
I know, but the people that are so hyped about Barbie, like if you're like, a girl that really wants to see Barbie, it's gonna be really tough to convince her to see Oppenheimer first. It's like the hype is out of this world for Barbie; they have to see that first. But the palette cleanse is definitely the way to do it. I will not be doing that. I may see Barbie a week or two later, but I think that's the way to. I think that's the way to do it.
You got to see it first.
Yeah.
I also think that was a pretty good trailer. Like it didn't reveal everything.
Right, and the
Solid trailer.
yeah, and the movie poster's really good. Like I think they really like hashed out the hype for this film really well. Like the rollout was really well done. It's built a lot of hype. Like I remember when I first saw the trailer when it first came out, I thought like, holy shit, like
Yeah.
this looks good. So I'm excited. I'm already putting it in Inception Memento tier. I think it's going to be excellent. In the age of biopics and everyone making biopics right now, I think this has a chance to be maybe the best one I've ever seen. I think I can confidently say that.
I also just want to shout out the trailer was really good. Didn't explain too much. Showed us some really cool shots. Sprinkled in the good stuff, and hopefully none of the big scenes were shown.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to see the sex scene. I hope it's not too awkward.
I hope it's incredibly awkward. I hope it's either not awkward at all or incredibly awkward.
Like
I don't want
Nolan,
anything in between.
I can't really think of like another Nolan film where there was like a sex scene or like anything too graphic in that regard. Like that's not really his style. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be rumors, but I've heard it's confirmed. So we'll see
And cancel Oppenheimer for the age
for the
gap.
age gap. Not the atomic bomb though.
Not the atomic bomb at all. Not the Japanese Killer 3000.
It got banned in Japan. I saw that.
The movie did?
Yeah, this movie got banned. Someone like quote tweeted it and was like, that makes sense. That'd be like if they made a movie about like 9/11 from the Muslim perspective. We'd probably ban that, right? Like like
I bet it would be banned. Well, I bet, yeah, no theater would show it.
because like I don't know if Nolan's necessarily trying to humanize Oppenheimer. I think he's just simply telling the story of like here is like actual issues he faced in his personal life, and like he wasn't some like stone cold Chris Kyle killer where he's like, yep, press the button. Like he definitely had a lot of internal monologue of like my whole life's fucked. Like so
Okay, up next, obviously, after Oppenheimer, we got Barbie. I'm just going to say this too. Yes, Barbie will be worse than Oppenheimer, I believe. I am a sucker for the like pastel colors that Barbie has, like the old school Malibu colors and everything.
it's Wes Anderson's never really tapped into this specific kind of palette, but
No, I mean his color palette though, especially for movies like Grand Budapest Hotel, the color he has in that movie is
goated.
like goated.
Yeah, respect to Wes Anderson. Go see Asteroid City.
Also bold of Barbie to start with just feet. Just straight up, just getting right to them, baby, right to the puppies.
Like this movie's for adults. Like this movie is.
Oh yes, this movie is not for kids. Would you live here?
I feel like this looks like a cruise ship. Like you would want.
Yes, it looks like a fucking Royal Caribbean cruise.
Yeah, like you would want to be here for like a week, maybe two, but like to do it all the time. It's like how porn stars describe like it's like I can only take Mandingo once every It's like it's not boyfriend dick. Like it's not you can't take it Monday through Friday.
No, it's a
It's like
job.
yeah, you take it Monday and then you take like a week off and then you
Yep.
get so yeah, it's like I could live here for a little bit, but I would probably lose my I don't know if I should say lose my mind because I do love
I would
like
go crazy after like a week.
I love summer. I love warm weather. I like this is ideally it just looks like the county fair meets the cruise and like all the girls are going to be dressed up in like cutesy wootsy colorful 50s and 60s outfits. I love this aesthetic. I agree.
Same.
Malibu, I'm all
Hey, Barbie.
but she's grappling with
Thinking about dying.
It's a great way to like keep partying.
Some things have been happening that might be related. Cold shower, falling off my roof, and my heels are on the ground.
now that was admittedly
Okay.
like the dumbest thing ever. But
An appendectomy,
But I'm a man.
but not a doctor.
Can I talk to a doctor?
You are talking to a doctor.
I need a clicky pen.
No.
A sharp thing.
No.
There he is.
Did
Doctor.
somebody get security?
So what if it turned in like all the previews and whatnot, all the promotion, it turns out this Barbie movie is just like a high art, like deep film.
yeah, no, I think the way that it's structured is really interesting. Like to see them go out into the real world, like it's a really innovative idea. Like I think it could have a lot to say. Actually, like I think it could, that's what kids movies. The best kids movies to me are the ones that do have those adult themes. It's why I love the Studio Ghibli films,
Yep.
where it's like, yeah, this is just a movie that totally isn't about like urban development ruining forests. Like I love the added layers. So I think there's honestly a high likelihood that that's what happens.
I either want that or I want it to be a movie. I might just get like really high and go see Barbie.
I think mushrooms might be in order for the Barbie movie. I was thinking, I don't know. Anyways, I think I took mushrooms for the first time ever on July 4th, and it was honestly an incredible experience. White man discovers empathy, the whole nine. But Oppenheimer doesn't feel like the right movie for that.
No.
No, 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 no. But what I will say about I lost my train of thought. But Barbie, I do think is going to be a really, really solid film. I think I don't. You think it'll like will it outsell Oppenheimer? Probably.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it has the wider audience of like people taking their kids.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. You have the kids, the ticket sales alone. It's not just like I'm going with my girlfriend. It's like if we had a kid or two kids, then they would accompany. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think Barbie will outsell, and that's sort of the nature of the beast. But yeah, dude, I'm really excited for this film. They've released like to me way too much about it. Like I don't
Yes.
know if you saw the soul. Like Ken has a solo, and they released it. Like you can watch the whole song.
I know. I saw a little bit of that. I didn't watch it. I saw that they released it because I hate the fact that trailers nowadays and movies nowadays in their promotional shit, they're releasing like full scenes. They're just releasing way too much of the movie. They're not leaving enough for us to like get our taste buds wet.
I fully agree. I like the surprise in theaters when Ken has a fucking solo song and it's like a ballad would have just hit astronomically different. But now that I know it's coming, it's like why? That feels like such a really cool piece to like.
It's because like I've always had it explained. It's like, oh, well, they want to show it. It's like, oh, this is going to be a really cool part of the movie, so we want to promote it to get people to go to the movie. But when you discover that naturally watching the movie, the impact of that is so much better. Like this is a nerdy dumb example, but when like Civil War came out and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, they're going to have Spider-Man in the movie." I would have been much more happy if they wouldn't have said anything and all of a sudden you just see Spider-Man.
Yeah, absolutely, and even more so with those kind of films, it's really hard to keep things under the hood. And I agree. It kind of urges you to get to the movie theater, early because it's like you can wait, but if you wait to see the movie, like there's going to be a lot that gets spoiled, and you don't want to live with yourself having known that.
Exactly. Now up next we have Wonka. I haven't so these are Those are 2 trailers that I've seen before. I haven't seen any of these 3 trailers yet before.
So I have seen Wonka and I've seen maybe 30 seconds of Napoleon. The Bob Marley one will be completely new to me, but I'm very excited for.
This is the 3rd Wonka movie?
I believe you have Gene Wilder, you have Johnny Depp, and now you have Timothy Chalamet.
So you have the crazy old man, the eccentric man, and now the twink.
The Twink. Yeah, it's I'll wait till we get a little ways in to give my opinion.
I've spent
on
the
this.
past 7 years traveling the world perfecting my craft.
Oh, so this is like Wonka origin?
You see, I'm something of a magician,
Yes.
inventor, and chocolate maker.
Okay, can I just say,
Yeah.
this is just something I have with movies nowadays because they're pumping out movies like fucking factories right now.
Yeah.
These effects, I know it's just a trailer. These effects and whatnot, this looks garbage.
Yeah, no,
It looks
fully
awful.
agree. Fully agree. It's not cool. Then you think like for kids maybe throw that in, but it's like no, it's not. You can
Like the
do a
way
lot
he's
of things.
composited in there, the way everything, it just looks bad.
So quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that. Reverse it.
That's
don't-
like the big
This one cro-
meme. That's like
Yeah.
the big meme from the whole trailer is that whole sequence.
I don't like the voice that he's doing either.
So my take is, and I hate to do. I mean, people watching, you probably maybe seen this already, but he just doesn't. He lacks the whimsy. It's like Gene Wild. Like we needed something more Gene Wilder-esque. Where like I will kill people. Like I will fucking murder children.
Like it's insanity behind a veil of like whimsical calmness.
Yes, and it's like Johnny Depp's character was like, I have like daddy issues, and he was like a dentist or something. And there was like a story that it just doesn't feel like someone said like it doesn't feel like he owns a chocolate factory. It's like we know this guy has blue navy sheets and like hits a jewel, and it's like yeah, that's kind of. And I love Timothy Chalamet. Like I think
Oh yeah, he's great.
I don't know how young Adrian Brody was when he won the Oscar because he's the youngest he's the youngest actor to win lead role Oscar. I think Chalamet could do that if I don't know how young Brody was, but maybe Chalamet's too old. But as a young actor, like I think he's up next. Like I think he's an incredible actor. There's just something about this movie. He doesn't. You guys can watch. You watch for yourself. You can see the rest.
watch
You
it.
can see the rest. Hugh Grant's in this. I don't know. I guess he was already shown.
So you're the
There he
funny
is.
little man who's been following
I will have you know that I am a perfectly respectable size for an Oompa Loompa.
me. Number what now?
Allow me to refresh your memory.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, you hate to just be like in my day, but I mean the Gene Wilder version is really. Did this movie need to be made? You know, it's one of those retweet if you remember the past. I constantly go back to that because that's all movies and music are right now. It's the sampling and music, the over sampling of stuff. Nothing's
Yeah.
original. I love the Gene Wilder version. The Johnny Depp version was fine. I don't know if I won't see this movie. I probably
I'm
won't
not gonna see it. I'm not gonna go see
probably will
it.
not see this movie.
Also, shout out all little people just getting replaced like that by CG.
That's also been discussed where it's like, they couldn't have gotten like Peter Dinklage or like actual little people as actors. So yeah, that's a huge L. That's a huge L on
Because
their
it
part.
looks super uncanny.
Yeah,
Who's
no.
who's playing that Oompa Loompa?
Hugh Grant.
Yeah. What?
And I was just gonna say what's funny is I think he's actually the only Oompa Loompa in the movie. I think they're literally only going with one Oompa Loompa. Rather than like,
Yeah, the whole bunch. Like that looks super weird, right?
oh no, it looks stupid. It looks really weird.
It looks really dumb.
I don't know why I thought who's the owner of the Raiders? Not Al Davis. Who's the owner of the Raiders with the haircut?
Mark Davis?
Yeah, Mark Davis. I just randomly thought for some
Oh.
reason if Mark Davis was put in that, I think that'd be kind of
If
funny.
they made Mark Davis an Oompa Loompa, I'd see the movie.
That'd be hilarious with the haircut too, the bowl cut.
So my big 3 things, at least from this trailer, I'm not. It seems like they're trying to do Wonka but with like sort of a muted color palette thing. Like they have all the colors, but it looks like they put a filter over everything.
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to make it a bit darker, even though the subject matter doesn't necessarily call for it. It's not
And
a
I
dark
don't like his
movie.
voice. I'm
And I
sorry.
I I love like Call Me by Your Name. He was excellent. He was excellent in Little Women, the remake. He was excellent in Lady
He's
Bird.
good in Dune.
He was good in Dune. Like I can't
He's
vouch
a
for him
good
enough.
actor.
He's a good actor. He's a great actor, even. And I don't. Yeah, I just don't like this movie. I don't want to see it. I'm a huge hater. Don't give a fuck. I don't really like movies made for kids, anyhow.
I
Or
like Paddington.
yeah, I was gonna say. I'm surprised you didn't speak up when it's from And I've heard.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Paddingtons, but I've heard Paddington 2 is goaded. So I have to see both of
It's
them.
just like it's like the definition of like just it's like sugar toast or whatever. It's just feel good. It's just that's all it is
Love
to
it.
make people feel good.
Absolutely love it.
This is a relaxing trailer.
Yeah, didn't he die because he like didn't listen to his doctors or something? Wasn't there like a diet? It was like a diet thing, or like he. I think he
see.
like went against his doctor's orders, or there was something like that. I know it was something that could have been
Avoided.
avoided. Yeah, it was a major like didn't moment. I think by Bob Marley how he died.
One love, one heart, one destiny.
Okay.
Yeah,
In theaters 2024.
um,
I don't know. It looks fine.
yeah, it looks fine. I don't know if the movie's made for me. It's probably not made for me anyway. So I who am I to say anything? But I
I
don't
just feel
know.
like biopics are like, they're fine for the most part, and then there's a few of them that are like really good, but a lot of the times they're just fine.
Yeah,
A lot of biopics that we're covering on this stream on this video today.
yeah, absolutely. I think it's a lot of them just end up being middle tier. I'm not a huge fan. There's certain ones that I feel like I can get behind. Like I like Walk the Line, Walking Phoenix. I thought was
It's the
good,
only
but
one
I
I can
didn't.
think of.
Yeah, Raging Bull, Robert De Niro is probably my
Oh,
favorite.
yep. Yep.
That's like obviously I don't even consider that half the time. I'm like, oh shit, that's also. But yeah, I don't know. It's a shame that people know that now. Like, you can't really go back to your hood. Like, it's like Meek Mill talks about that, where it's like you're gonna get shit for it, but like when you get to a certain level, it's like, what the fuck do I look like being on the same block? You know what I mean? They'll come and rob you and kill you in your own. It happens all the
Yeah.
time. And it's a shame that throughout history, some more serious note here, but people like Abraham Lincoln, Bobby Kennedy, John Lennon, Bob Marley, why are you trying to shoot these people? Like, come on. Like,
Yeah, what the fuck did Bob Marley ever do?
was he gonna dismantle the CIA? Like, no, he was just smoking and I think he feels like somebody who really is like has like ego death his whole life.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he just seems like the most like I literally don't mean shit kind of person. Somehow, I don't know how you do that. But yeah, he seemed like a very down to earth guy.
Last trailer. Napoleon canceled. He's canceled. He's done. Okay, what is with these like trailer countdown things? What is this?
I don't like the trailer countdowns. I agree. Yeah, I fully agree.
I don't understand.
I'm the first to admit when I make a mistake.
I also thought Napoleon was much
I simply
shorter.
never do.
That was a cool shot, by the way, with the ice.
That was a really cool shot.
I thought Napoleon was much shorter. Like, I don't know if they're gonna make Joaquin Phoenix shorter, but like, I don't believe they're the same height. I feel like
What's his
Phoenix.
height? He's 5'6".
Napoleon, I thought was like he's like the short guy in history, like 5'6". That's like an
Yeah.
inch shorter than Ron DeSantis. Like,
Joaquin Phoenix is 5'8", so
Okay,
it works.
make
I
it
think it
work.
works.
Um,
Yeah, only 5'6". That's not really that bad.
no, yeah, not at all. Yeah, I think it looks good. I think based on the director and
For
I
the
don't
most
I
part,
don't
I trust Ridley Scott. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know anybody else in this movie other than Joaquin Phoenix, so I don't I can't say the cast, but like I do trust Ridley Scott and I do trust Joaquin Phoenix. Um and it does look like a really solid movie. I'm not sure what the best like Apple original movie is. I can't even think of a movie. Well, there was that one that won the Academy Award for deaf people. But other than that, I can't really think of many
Coda.
Apple original movies. Um, I also hate to say it because I love Joaquin Phoenix, but like I think he's being overcast recently. Where like he's in everything. He was in fucking Beau is Afraid, and then there's the second Joker, and now he's in this. And there's a couple other instances where like I'm like, dang, like I love Joaquin, but like
There is a thing of like overcasting for sure.
yeah, and you were never really there. And there's the other movie he was in with Jonah Hill that's blanking. But I don't really love like older looking I haven't it doesn't have the Jeff Bridges it
He's not
he's
there yet.
yeah, he's not there yet. And I don't know. I'm just not all that compelled. It's the same thing with oh gosh, Jenna Ortega, I think, is being overcast. I think she sort of jumped the shark when she was in like the Wednesday show, and now she's going to be in the
Yep.
Beetle. Now she's
She's
in the Beetlejuice remake. I'm like,
everything.
I'm like, you can cast another girl to be like the emo goth chick in Hollywood than like Jenna Ortega, who's like this little innocent. Like, go get like a legit, get Peter Dinklage in the fucking uh Willy Wonka movie and get an actual goth chick.
Yes, just go grab a goth chick.
Literally get like a giant breasted fucking goth chick for the Beetlejuice remake, please. But anyways, we're off the beaten path. I
I'm
think
gonna see it.
in terms of yeah, I think this is probably third. Like I think I'm going to see. I bought the tickets. I'm seeing Oppenheimer. I will see Barbie, and I think I'll see Napoleon. I think the other two, I probably won't see the Willy Wonka one, but maybe I see the Bob Marley one like when it comes out on streaming.
Yeah, I was gonna say like maybe I'll see Bob Marley on streaming or something.
Yeah, I think
I will probably not watch Wonka.
yeah, I think I feel like you give in terms of best, it'll probably be Oppenheimer at 1, and I think you probably have maybe Napoleon at 2, and then I don't know, maybe Barbie is
It's
just
just we
a
don't know
bit.
what to expect out of Barbie or the Bob Marley movie. Like it could,
That's
both
true.
could be pretty good.
That's true. I don't know as much about Bob Marley as other greats like like a Jimi Hendrix or like a Dean Martin or like a
Oh, they should do a Jimi Hendrix movie.
is there a Jimi Hendrix movie?
I
There
don't
should
think
be.
so.
Hey, that guy fucked.
That guy did fuck.
He did the fucking national anthem on the guitar. I mean, that's an
Yes, he
iconic,
did.
iconic Woodstock. People are like waking up, rubbing their eyes, and dude, they didn't even know what they're saying. But a lot of great trailers. It's a good time to go to the movies. Thank you, Tom Cruise, for saving movie theaters. And you got Mission Impossible in theaters now. So
Oh, yeah. I forgot. There's another. Is this the last Mission Impossible movie?
I don't know if it was. I feel like
It's part one.
yeah.
It's the first one that's like a part.
I was gonna say, I feel like I would know if it was the last one because it would be billed as like this is the last. So I don't think I've seen that, but
I bet part two will be.
who loves movies more than Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise? Funny enough,
That's
you
fucking.
know, twin flames, like ships passing in the night. Kubrick knew. Kubrick knew that they were such movie lovers. He's like, I'm putting them together in Eyes Wide Shut. Have to.
Have to. Okay. Thank you all for watching. These were the special trailer episode.
Special
Fun
trailer
time.
episode. Thank
It
you
was
for
a good time.
tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. See you guys next time on the drive-in.